Hi guys, my name is Brian Adams, and I will be now doing video number 5, which is the demonstrating a series of static flexibility exercises and demonstrating the use of a treadmill and a stationary bike. So there's different stretches that I'll be demonstrating. The first one will be a calf stretch, and what I'll do for that one is basically under the hands and knees down here. And you'll take the ball with one foot and push it into the ground, push sort of back with your hands a little bit, and pushing the heel of your foot into the ground to stretch out your calf muscle. And then same thing on the other one, toe down, the other leg across, and pushing your calf muscle down into your heel down to the ground to stretch out your calf muscle. Now for your quads, one that I like to do is just up on one knee. You can grab the back of your foot and lean forward a little bit and pull your foot up towards your glutes and just leaning forward, and that'll stretch out your calf muscle. Alright, and then for a hamstring stretch, just while we're on the same knee, demonstrate the same on the opposite leg of the calf muscle. That leg can go straight, and I'll just lean down and try to put my chin under my knee to stretch out the back of my leg, or my hamstrings. So that's stretching out the hamstrings. And then same thing on the other legs, to make sure you get both legs stretched evenly. Up on one foot and pulling your leg up into you to stretch out your quads. And then same thing on the other leg, leaning back and putting your chin on your knee. Now generally we would want to hold those stretches between 15 and 30 seconds to make sure that we get an adequate stretch from both of those. Now in order to stretch out the glutes, there's a few different ways to do that. One that I personally like is you just sit, I don't know, whatever you would call this sort of stance with your legs, and then just sort of leaning forward and across your body, and that'll really get a good stretch up the back of your legs and into your glutes and your hamstrings. And then make sure you do it on the other leg, same thing, across, and moving our hands across and sort of just reaching over and across our bodies to get a good stretch up the back of our legs through our glutes. And for our lower back, there's a bunch of really good stretches for lower back, but one would just be to stand up and reaching forward, trying to elongate the spine as we reach down and try to touch our toes and stretch out our lower back. Another one that we can do is if we stand on our heels, bring our chest down into our thighs and really aim to pull on our heels as we try to straighten out our legs and keeping our chest right down into our thigh. And that'll give us a really good stretch on our lower back. For our chest, a good stretch that we can do is just on any flat surface. If we just take one hand with our elbow flat against the surface and just turn our shoulders, and that'll stretch out our chest muscles through here. And we make sure that we do both sides. Another one we can do is also shoulders and chest, but pulling our arms across here in this direction on both arms will stretch out our chest as well. And the last one will just be our upper back, so to stretch out our upper back, what we can do is with one leg straight and one leg across, and so with the opposite arm, okay, from the leg that's across, we'll put one hand behind our back, put the other arm across, and we'll just turn to stretch out our upper back. And we make sure we do both sides. And again, making sure that you want to hold that for between 12 to 30 seconds to make sure you get an adequate stretch. Now, we've got a stationary bike here, stationary bike stand, so I'll just demonstrate the use of that. Alright, so I've got the bike mounted on the stationary stand, and if we just pop on that seat on the bike. Alright, and we just want to make sure we just want to start pedaling. We can increase the resistance of the bike just by using the bike's gears, the shift gears, to increase intensity if you want to pedal harder or pedal faster or anything like that, so you want to increase the resistance of the bike. So look, it's pretty safe, this one, I'd say. We just want to make sure also that we've got the height of the seat, so it's comfortable for us as we sit and pedal on the stationary bike. So I think that's pretty much it. I guess just safe entry and exit. Look, I mean, simply probably just holding onto the bike to make sure it's stable, even maybe with both hands, putting one leg across, and stepping up onto the pedal, and then having a seat under the seat, and placing another foot on the pedal as we do that. And then to get off, probably the same thing. We might want to make sure that we don't lean to either side so the bike doesn't tilt, although I don't think it probably would being on that stationary stand. And then same thing, just place one foot on the ground, and lift our leg up and over to dismount from the bike. Now for the treadmill. So what we'll do for the treadmill, can you still get it okay? So we want to make sure that we've got the clip clipped onto probably a part of our shirt. So in case if we were to fall or something like that, you would automatically pull the safety key off and the treadmill would stop automatically. Alright, so just by simply putting the safety key on, the treadmill will turn itself on. Or I guess at least acknowledge that it's been, the safety key is inserted, and we'll push the power button. But again, if I just demonstrate, as soon as I pull the safety key off, the safety switch goes and it kills the machine. So if we push power to, we can choose what our heart rate, we want our target heart rate to be. So for this one, we'll shoot for, say, 110 for target heart rate. Alright, and I'll push enter. Now we can choose a different program. There's also different programs on the machine that we can choose from rolling hills to mountain pass to mountain peak to burning calories, lots of different things that we can choose from. So if we want to select one, we simply just need to push select as we go through the machine, and it shows us what the intensities and that sort of thing will be in the program as we go through it. Alright, so whatever we want to pick, so this is number 7, so this is cardio burn, I'll choose that one, and I'll push enter, and now I'll choose the speed. So you basically really want to make sure you start off with a slow speed, so as not to get the machine cranking too far, so at least you start to warm up your heart and stuff like that, warm up your body. And so at the moment I'm just on the first speed, which would be pretty slow, and when I push start, I want to make sure the machine gives me a countdown, and the machine starts. And you start walking the machine. You've got a couple of handles here to test your heart rate, to make sure that you're at that target heart rate, whatever your target heart rate was. And then if I want to increase my incline, I've got a couple of buttons here to be able to do that. So it's 5 different levels of the incline. And same thing with the speed on the other handle. I have speed handles on the other side to be able to increase the speed in order to do that. So if I need the machine to stop, I can simply reach up and push the stop button, the machine will stop, and the safest way to dismount is just probably to step on both sides, and take off your clip, and step off of the machine. It's always important, I guess, to make sure that we're not using the speed is too hard or too fast for us, and then probably giving our bodies at least a 3 to 5 minute warm-up, which a lot of those programs do already, give your body a good warm-up to get started. So that's it.